This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Hello there, this is TVM's Metro Updates. I am Lawrence Jr. Agwele, and the Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun and Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori on Wednesday unveiled the logo, mascot and theme for the 15th Biennial Police Games at the Force Headquarters in Abuja. The IGP described the unveiling as a renewed commitment to discipline, fitness and excellence with the Nigeria Police Force, noting that the games have become a symbol of unity and a showcase of talent. He thanked the Delta State for hosting the 2026 edition and highlighted Asaba's strong sporting reputation. Egbetokun said the mascots represent courage, unity and professionalism, while the theme beyond the badge, excellence in action, and the slogan discipline, dignity and dedication will guide officers throughout the game. Representing Governor Oborewori, Secretary to the State Government Dr. Kingsley Ezeemu reaffirmed Delta State's readiness to host a memorable event, praising the games for promoting camaraderie, discipline and national cohesion. Now, both leaders expressed hope that the 2026 police game in Asaba will set new record and further strengthen unity across the force. And the Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori has also presented a 1.664 trillion budget of accelerating the more agenda to the State House of Assembly, outlining his administration's priorities for the 2026. Now, the budget heavily targets long-term development with 70%, that is about 1.165 trillion naira, dedicated to capital projects, and this marks a major shift towards infrastructure, human capital development, and inclusive growth under the MORE agenda, which focuses on meaningful development, opportunities for all, realistic reforms, and enhanced security. Now, Governor Oborewori emphasized that the budget is designed to fast-track growth, build on ongoing projects aimed to deepen reforms, expand opportunities, strengthen security, and deliver a safer, more prosperous Delta State. Assembly Speaker Emu Mutimi Guo praised the proposal, assuring a thorough and timely legislative review. And 250 persons living with disabilities in Delta State have benefited from the Renewed Hope Initiative Economic Empowerment Program of the Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. And the program launched simultaneously across all 36 states and the FCT to mark the 2025 International Day of Persons with Disabilities, aimed to promote inclusivity and economic independence. Representing the First Lady in Delta State, Dickiness Tobore Oborewori supervised the distribution of 200,000 naira grants to each beneficiary to support and expand their small businesses. And as the Yuletide season approaches, the Delta State Police Command is taking strong measures for public safety. And Commissioner of Police Olufemi Abaniwanda has strictly reiterated the existing ban on all fireworks. Now, this ban covers the use, sale, and display of all pyrotechnics, specifically naming fireworks, firecrackers, knockouts, and bangers. The police, in a statement by the PRO SP Bright Edafi, noted that this enforcement is crucial for crime prevention. The use of these devices often provide cover for criminals to create fear and carry out illegal activities. That is according to the police PRO. Now, the command wants that the ban will be strictly enforced across the states, and residents are urged to comply and report any violations to the nearest police station. Now, safety remains the top priority. And the National Chief Whip of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Festus Igbinoba, says the party is fully prepared to reclaim power from the ruling APC in Edo State, dismissing claim that the ADC lacks structure in the state. Speaking in Benin City during the unveiling of the party in the South-South, Igbinoba declared that the next Edo governorship election is a done deal for the ADC and urged the APC-led government to address rising hunger and insecurity. ADC leaders, including South-South Assistant Publicity Secretary Mabel Obo and State Chairman Kennedy Odion, reaffirmed their commitment to credible leadership, good governance, and a people-first agenda. The State Secretary Charles Imotinye added that the party offers equal opportunity to all members and is focused on winning elections and changing the political narrative in Edo State. And the Nigerian Federal Executive Council has approved the deployment of 4,000 new telecommunication towers across the country to expand digital access in currently underserved rural communities. Now, the initiative aims to connect approximately 23 million underserved Nigerians and enhance national security. And the News Agency of Nigeria has the story.
The Federal Executive Council has approved the rollout of 4,000 telecom towers to expand digital access in underserved communities. Briefing State House correspondents after the meeting presided over by President Bola Tinubu, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, said the approval followed a joint memo.
There is also an approval by the Federal Executive Council granted to the Ministry of Digital Communication and Digital Economy on the deployment of towers to places that are currently underserved. Under that program, about 4,000 towers will be erected in underserved communities. The presentation of the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy indicates that about 23 million Nigerians are currently underserved, meaning that they are unable to do any form of communication due to the absence of some of these towers that are not available in their communities. So indeed, this will also help in fighting insecurity and enhancing commerce and economic activity amongst the people of those communities.
Idris said, further endorsed the establishment of service centers for agricultural mechanization across the 6 geopolitical zones to support year-round farming.
Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sworn in 5 newly appointed permanent secretaries to fill existing vacancies in the Federal Civil Service. And the brief ceremony held at the State House in Abuja took place before the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by the President. The new permanent secretaries are Alhaji Abdul Karim Ibrahim, Dr. John Agama, Dr. Abdul Shaga Bello, Dr. Ishaku Mohammed, and Dr. Ukari Binaram Chibu. And President Tinubu also administered the oath of office to the new chairman of the National Population Commission, Aminu Yusuf, along with 2 other commissioners. A minute of silence was observed in honor of former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Joy Ogu, who passed away on October 13th at the age of 79. And the federal government has confirmed the release of 3 Nigerians detained in Saudi Arabia after their arrest at Jeddah King Abdulaziz International Airport in August 2025. The presidency said the passengers Abdulhamid Sadi, Miriam Hussein Abdullahi, and Bahija Aminu Abdullahi were arrested after criminal syndicates at Kano Makia Airport fraudulently attached bags containing prohibited substances to their tickets without their knowledge. Nigeria's Consul General in Jeddah, Ambassador Muazzam Nayaya, engaged Saudi authorities, alerted the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and sought NDLEA support. The mission also ensured regular follow-up prisons visits and legal assistance. Saudi authorities later cleared all 3 Nigerians. Miriam and Bahija returned on November 5th, while Saidi travel ban was lifted on November 2nd. The Foreign Affairs Ministry commended Saudi cooperation and said the case reflects Nigeria's commitment to protecting its citizens abroad under President Tinubu's 4D doctrine. And top global and political business figures have gathered in Owerri for the Imo State Economic Summit 2025. President Bola Tinubu, represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, joined Liberia's President Joseph Boakai, former UK Prime Ministers Boris Johnson, and former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon at the event. Other attendees include several state governors, Dangote Group Chairman Aliko Dangote, and former Afreximbank President Benedict Urama. Now, the summit aims to boost investment in Imo State and strengthen economic opportunities across Nigeria. And in Zamfara State, the governor of Zamfara State, Governor Dauda Lawal, has today presented his appropriation bill for the 2026 fiscal year to the State House of Assembly. The proposed budget stands as a massive 861 billion naira. A key feature of this proposal is the strong focus on development. 83% of the budget, or 715 billion naira, has been earmarked for capital expenditure. Now, recurrent expenditure accounts for the remaining 17%, that is 147.2 billion naira. And the government highlighted its administration's priorities through the sectoral allocations, and the highest amounts, 87 billion naira, each were allocated to 2 critical sectors, the health and the agricultural sector. And the budget could signal a significant investment in the state's future as well as the well-being of their citizens. And on business news, Africa's richest man Aliko Dangote was a key speaker today at the Imo State Economic Summit 2025. His call message to local entrepreneurs was simple: invest at home. Dangote advised the local commitment is essential arguing that foreign investors will only follow the lead of domestic businesses. He stated that if locals don't invest, foreigners won't see the need to come to the continent. He also used the platform to commend President Bola Tinubu, specifically praising his bold economic steps, including the removal of the fuel subsidy, noting that businesses are already benefiting from those changes. Dangote stressed that a combination of good governance, rule of law, and sound policies have created a fertile environment, making it imperative for Nigerian entrepreneurs to keep investing at home. And the Nigerian Naira is expected to remain stable next week, backed by continued central bank interventions, despite steady demand for the US dollar. Now, the currency traded at 1,445 Naira to the dollar on the official market Thursday, slightly stronger than 1,447 recorded a week earlier. And in other business news, the European Commission has proposed sweeping reforms that would hand European Securities and Markets Authority (ESMA) full supervisory control over cryptocurrency markets and the licensing of market players across the EU. Under the plan, ESMA would also take charge of overseeing major financial market infrastructure, including stock exchange, clearing houses, and depositories, as well as large asset managers, replacing national regulators in the 27-nation bloc. The Commission said the move is aimed at strengthening EU's competitiveness and supporting key priorities such as digital and green transition, defense, and economic security. And we go on a quick break. TVM Metro updates continue shortly. Stay tuned.
At DSAG Engineering and Services, we anticipate, manage, and deliver. Since 2000, we have been a leading EPC company, ensuring customer satisfaction through quality service and timely delivery. With integrity, proficiency, and innovation at our core, we provide world-class solutions tailored to your needs. From engineering designs and construction to procurement, manpower outsourcing, and maritime supplies, DSAG delivers excellence. Partner with us today. Visit www.dsag.net or call +23 4807 254 8724. DSAG Engineering and Services, anticipate, manage, deliver.
From the US say they have arrested a man suspected of planting 2 pipe bombs in Washington, D.C. on January 5th, 2021, just hours before the January 6th attack on the US Capitol. The bombs were found outside the Democratic and Republican National Committee headquarters, both located close to the Capitol. Though the devices never detonated, officials say they caused a major diversion of law enforcement resources as supporters of Donald Trump stormed Congress to stop the certification of Joe Biden's election win. The FBI spent nearly 5 years investigating the case, releasing surveillance footage, and offering a $500,000 reward. And hundreds of tips were received, but the suspect remained unidentified until now. Officials claim he was arrested in Virginia and will make his first court appearance in Washington. His identity and charges are expected to be released after that hearing. And financial experts says President Donald Trump proposed Trump accounts could help low-income families build wealth, but only if the program structure delivers real long-term growth. The plan, part of Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act, will launch on July 4th, 2026. Under the proposal, the U.S. Treasury will deposit $1,000 into an investment account for every child born between 2025 and 2028 with a valid Social Security number. The funds will be invested in low-cost index funds and grow tax deferred, with income taxes due only at withdrawal. Certified financial planner Melissa Caro says encouraging families to save early is positive, but the program's impact will depend on investment rules, fees, and whether families are allowed to make additional contributions. For now, many key details remain unclear as the federal government prepares for rollout. And Amazon is preparing to end its long-running partnership with the U.S. Postal Service as it expands its own nationwide delivery network, according to a Washington Post report. The e-commerce giant, which provides USPS with more than $6 billion in annual revenue, is the agency's biggest customer. Losing Amazon's business would be a major setback for the Postal Service, which has already suffered an 80% drop in first-class mail volume since 1997. The move comes as Amazon continues to strengthen its in-house logistic operations across the United States. And in sports stories, former Liverpool midfielder Jamie Redknapp says Mohamed Salah is likely to leave Anfield in January, following another benching in the Reds' 1-1 draw with Sunderland. Speaking on Sky Sports, Redknapp said Salah, a Premier League and Liverpool great, will not tolerate sitting on the bench and could push for a move. He warned the situation may become difficult for the club, noting Salah's importance to the team and the potential impact on the dressing room if the issue isn't resolved. And to African stories, sports stories, Angola head coach Patrice Bumeo has criticized FIFA for moving mandatory player release date for the 2025 African Cup of Nations from December 8th to December 15th, a shift widely linked to pressure from European clubs. The change means most qualified nations will now have to overhaul their preparation plans for AFCON 2025, which runs from December 21st, 2025 to January 18, 2026. Bumel accused FIFA of undervaluing African football, saying the organization only needs Africa during election, but fails to give AFCON the recognition it deserves. And that's all from TVM's Metro Updates. I am Lawrence Jr. Aguele, and you can watch us on the go on the TVM's app, accessible on Android Play Store and Apple Store. You can also follow and interact with us on our social media pages, like, subscribe, and share. And remember, your environment is a part of you. Do keep it clean. Stay tuned. Limited on mic.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows.